Legend has it when a podcast is created in desperation of reaching 30 for a white guy.
They say that the first few listeners will be haunted by nothing but notifications for whenever a new episode is released.
Garbage content. Welcome back to Welcome
back to 1.5 White Guys.
Welcome back to 1.5 White Guys, or more unsolicited white guy opinions on movies for long. I'm Nathan, your half white guy.
I'm Nick, your one white guy.
There you go. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about comedy, movies, and what a grudge is.
For the longest time, you know what I thought a grudge was?
What?
I don't know.
Well,
I could never understand what it was. It had to be described to me.
I mean, the concept is pretty much any type of transgression you harbor resentment towards.
Yes.
Anything that happens to you that you have bad feelings about is a grudge. You got a grudge.
You hold a grudge towards someone like you do to me,
you got beef. You do something new every day that makes me remember why I got beef.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God. We have a special one for you today, listeners. Just a reminder, what type of movies are we doing for the spooky season, Nick?
Well, we are doing foreign horror films.
Because our real one we were going to do, we only got halfway through and the SAG strike came down, so we can't do our real movies we were planning.
Unfortunately.
But those will come out eventually.
Yes, don't worry. We can wait. But we're doing foreign horror films that have been remade
by Hollywood.
Some
remakes, some bad remakes.
Usually not so good remakes.
Generally shitty remakes.
This one, would you call this the remake of this shitty?
I would call it the same fucking movie. It's kind of like
it is.
It's the same movie except with Sarah Michelle Gellar in it.
Except with white people.
Except with white people. That's this is an interesting one. This is one that Ju-on, The Grudge, got remade by the same director, actually features the same actors.
Yeah, the cops, right?
Yeah. All of that. Even more than that, we'll learn more about it in the facts section. But what they did is they took a couple of the main characters and just said, what if we had white people play these characters in Japan? So Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it, famous for I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scooby-Doo and Buffy.
And
Scream, the second Scream.
Jason Burr, famous for Dragon Wars.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck yeah, Dragon Wars.
Anyway, we'll get more to the remake later, but we are doing the original Ju-on. Japan has some of the scariest folklore for just horror and, like things that go bump in the night. Western culture, you may talk about the boogeyman. In Mexican culture, we got La Llorona, like stuff like that and stuff like that. Japan has some of the scariest shit I've ever it is grotesque, some of the shit they come up with.
Would you say they're very superstitious too?
I would say clearly. I mean, Shintoism definitely leans towards that. That's the main religion of Japan, along with Buddhism. Basically, a lot of these Japanese horrors are based on energy and how someone died. Emotion. And basically, this is what the whole concept of the movie is. If you die in a bad way, in a very sadistic way, your negative energy, the negative energy stays and uses kind of your look and your essence to drag more people down with you. It's a scary concept.
It's extremely nihilistic.
Yes.
That's how I describe this movie.
Yeah.
Fairly apocalyptic.
It's very
apocalyptic. Like there's just no escape.
There's no escape.
Spoilers.
You cannot get away from
everybody's
this thing.
Fucked in this movie.
Yeah. Do not go to this house. Like basically that's it. If you go into this house, you're dead. That's it. You cannot.
You and your friends are dead.
You and your friends are in the house. You're dead. Let me formally introduce the movie. We're doing Ju-on, The Grudge.
I'll give you something to Ju on.
Oh, well, that was stick to the podcasting. I'll do the stand up. Released in 2002, directed by Takashi Shimizu, starring Megumi Okina as Rika, Misaka Ito as Hitomi, and I'll give it Yuya Ozeki as that creepy ass kid Toshio.
I'm sorry. Who played Kayako?
Oh my God.
Goddamn, she needs some.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't put her name.
All of the ghosts in this are some of the scariest looking and scariest acting motherfuckers I've ever seen in a horror film.
The weirdest thing is they don't look that different than human. They're just like pale white. Like they just like have pale white. But the way they move and the way they like are shot is very
the way they
scary.
Glare at you, not just the characters, just like they stare right through you, the audience. It's effectively chilling.
Takako Fuji played Kayako. So she's the main, we'll call her the big bad in this movie. She's the scary ghost.
Oh, she's
Toshio and Kayako are the ghosts in this. And
they're the harbingers.
Yes.
Essentially. They
Doom.
Yeah.
You see these things, you're fucked. Like,
you see these things, you might as well just like, goodbye.
Yeah, I might just off myself immediately. Like, there's no escape from these things.
I'd rather not be killed by these things because you don't really know how one would die from these things. You never really know what happens to people.
Yeah, it's just implied it's not fun. It's not a good death. Would you like to lead us in with the IMDb summary?
Yeah. The IMDb summary is: a mysterious and vengeful spirit marks and pursues anybody who dares enter the house in which it resides. Ghost Rider.
Perfect.
What? Vengeful spirit.
Oh my God. Vengeful spirit.
I will be a spirit of vengeance.
Oh my God. Can you imagine Nick Cage in this fucking movie if Nick Cage was the ghost in this, I'd be fucking terrified.
This would be the greatest movie ever.
Oh my God. This is a great IMDb summary, just like the last one. This is a really solid IMDb summary of what it is.
It's a solid summary because the story itself,
it's really an anthology.
Yeah, it is. That's the best way to describe it. The story itself is just multiple stories with the same thing happening in each of them.
Yeah.
Like, who are the angriest kinds of people when you think like who would die in such a rage that they would just stick around after death?
I can see
and haunt and murder whoever came in contact with them.
Me when you cut me off in traffic.
Me?
No, me.
No, you.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people in the road rage, that like 4 to 5 seconds, if you die, that's it. You're staying. You died in a most fit of rage.
The 880 is probably really haunted.
Oh, no. We're sorry if you...
I'll see you all in hell.
Okay.
This opens with... This opens with a snuff film.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. You get to see basically you
get to see quick glimpses done in like super sepia tone footage of like of how this all started.
The dad killing.
But not all the answers really given to you.
It's implied that there's a lot of violence that happens though.
This dude killed his wife. He killed his child. He killed their cat.
He killed the cat.
He killed their poor cat.
Yeah.
Out of a jealous rage. And then he himself just up and dropped dead after he left the house.
Yes.
These people did not die well.
No, it was all bad.
It was all very bad. Cut to Rika.
Yeah.
Cut to Rika, who works at a social services.
Yeah, she's
building.
like she's like a healthcare. She's a healthcare provider.
She volunteers though. She's she's in college, I think. She's hella young when we first meet her. Her boss says, "Hey, the guy who goes to this house hasn't shown up. I need you to go take care of this."
Yeah.
Because there's this old lady there that we go take care of.
Yeah.
They, it's, what is it, welfare checks or
It's
something?
like welfare checks and stuff.
Guy hasn't shown up, so he just sends Rika. Rika goes to this house, but immediately is turned off by the house. Like, she even knows, like, she sees the house and she's like, like you said, I'm getting bad vibes from this place.
Vibes. Don't ignore your gut feelings.
Don't ignore your gut feeling. Just turn around. But nope. She goes up to the door, no answer. She walks right in, rude.
Yeah.
And then finds the old lady. But the house looks like a frat house. It's just
torn apart.
It's torn
trashed.
apart. My initial thought was my initial thought was frat house, but then I thought there's just Coke cans everywhere.
Yeah.
This looks like a middle school house party just happened.
A lot of
middle school sleepover house party just happened.
We were up playing video games all night, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
She finds the old lady, but the house is trashed, and she's like, what the fuck? So she finds the old lady. The old lady has apparently just pissed herself.
Yeah.
She's just pissed the bed she's sleeping in because she sleeps downstairs in like the living room or whatever, or her room.
Yeah.
This doesn't look good. Well, I better do what I came here to do. She starts taking care of the old lady, starts giving her a bath, starts, tidying up and everything. And then she meets Toshio. Toshio is this little boy who...
Gary, you remember this scene in Scary? Did you see Scary Movie 4?
I grew up on Scary Movie 4.
Where she's talking to her and she...
Okay, if you're watching this, Nathan just cut everything that just came before it because we were quoting Scary Movie 4. If you've seen Scary Movie 4, you know what we're talking about.
You know how bad it is. It's Anna Faris just doing...
Anna Faris doing Sarah Michelle Gellar, and she meets the kid. And I'm sorry. Let's get back to the movie.
Let's get back to the movie.
Before we get in even more trouble. He's in a closet. He's in a closet that's taped up like crazy. First of all, she hears a cat coming from the closet. She's like, oh no, they locked Mar in there.
Yeah.
And then she opens the closet. There's the cat. And then she turns and there's Toshio. And just like, how did you miss him?
Yeah.
He's right there in front of you. Well, understandably, I guess. Okay. Yeah. But then the old lady starts talking.
Yeah.
The old lady has not talked this entire time. The old lady starts talking. She's laying in bed and Rika's like, oh, you're up. What's up? Is everything okay? And then a black, smoky looking figure appears. Like, or first of all, this is how the movie gets genuine chills, is because the reaction on the old lady is so like visceral. Yeah. Like, because Rika doesn't see what the old lady's seeing. The old lady is looking up and she just like starts freaking out. And there's this like shrouded in black figure just standing over the old lady looking down at her. And Rika's starting to see it. And Rika's just like, what?
Yeah, what's this?
What is that? And it's just, and the thing looks at her with just eyes as red as ever. Like she's smoking some good shit. Yeah. And Rika just like old Hollywood style just faints. Yeah. She's just like,
she's like, it's over. Anyway, that's the end of the first part.
Yeah. And that's the end of the first part. Every movie is told in like chapters by showing the person's name. Rika's was first. The next person is Katsuya. Katsuya. Before we get to Katsuya, I have to touch on that death rattle. That's
the iconic one that everyone knows.
That
sound.
That gets under my skin every fucking time.
It's scary.
It is genuinely fucking the most.
It's a scary sound. I mean, it's something for a ghost to make. Yeah, it's really terrifying.
It's iconic. You know it. You know it when you hear it. Mm-hmm. That always gets me. Whoever does that sound effect, or whoever came up with it, or whoever records themselves doing it, bravo to you. You made me go to the bathroom in the middle of a movie. Yeah.
Oh my God.
This movie has a very non-linear story.
Yes.
It jumps around quite a bit.
Yeah.
Nothing to the point where it's convoluted. Mm-hmm. But I can see why some people would not be fine with that. Ju-on told non-linearly, I think, lends itself a little bit.
Yeah.
But also I can see why people would be turned off by it, where they just think it's too episodic.
Yeah.
Especially because the same thing happens in every these stories all the same end story. The same way.
It's the ghost pursues them.
The ghost goes after them. It does not end well for them.
Yeah, that's the end.
That's every single one of the stories. And
every single one of them is just like, what if that happened here? That would be pretty scary, right? It was scary. But what if it happened here? Would it be as scary? It was. It was just as scary.
Find out next time. Right now.
Right now. It was just as scary. Katsuya.
Okay, on to the second story. Katsuya is the son of the old lady that we've already met, that Rika went over to take care of.
Yes.
We are now seeing, we're in flashback territory now. We are now seeing what happened before Rika showed up to the house. So Katsuya, he's got a wife. He's got a sister, Hitomi. We don't meet Hitomi. Hitomi doesn't live at the house yet. At the house, it's him, his wife, and his mother.
Yeah.
Katsuya goes to work one day. The wife, this actually got me. This is in the remake too. Where she sees the cat on the stairs, and then just these white ghostly hands just come out of nowhere, pick the cat up and carry him away.
Yeah.
From around the corner of the stairs. And she's like, what the fuck? Who is in my house?
Yeah.
Do we see what she sees? We don't see what she sees.
We don't see what she sees. She sees something though.
She sees something and she screams, and then Katsuya gets home.
Yes.
And the place is trashed.
Yeah.
The place is already trashed. Like when he wakes up in the morning, they just chalk it up to like, your mom just like gets up in the middle of the night and just like leaves shit everywhere.
Which is not happening.
That's not actually
these
true.
Ghosts are party animals. That's why this place is trashed.
I'm sorry, but if I haunted a place, I'd want to keep it clean.
I mean, that's true.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. The house is haunted, but at least it's clean. And then if you're me, I'd be like, oh, this ghost is Latino.
What would a Latino Grudge be?
Every Sunday, you the like loud ass music wakes you up to let you know it's time to clean, even if it's there. And it's like the smell of Fabuloso permeates the entire house. Oh my God. No.
Doesn't sound like that bad of a curse.
Yeah, it's actually relatively good.
Yeah.
There's good food.
Katsuya comes home.
Yeah.
He's just like, yo, where's my wife?
Where's my wife?
Where's my wife? Mom, what's going on? And mom's
as
no help.
unhelpful as ever.
Yeah. He goes upstairs and he just finds her laying in the bed, just like, just looking like she just, again, smoked something really good. Mm-hmm. And then Toshio shows up, mm-hmm. and he is seen by Katsuya. Mm-hmm. Like there are some great shots in this movie of just people not noticing what happens in the background, and they're not accompanied by some loud musical chord or something. Something just runs past somebody, and then that person may or may not notice. And it's not like,
it's like, what the fuck was that?
It's more just like, hey, here's something.
Yeah.
Katsuya sees Toshio.
Yeah.
And he is all fucking pale.
I mean,
shit.
Toshio is full ghost mode.
He is about to put on his juggalo makeup.
Yeah, he is full ghost at this point.
Yeah. Like he's got black circles around his eyes.
His skin is all white.
Like his mouth is just all painted black too. And whenever he opens his mouth, he just sounds like a cat.
Yeah. His spirit has seemed to merge with the cat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless, wouldn't it be a funny twist if that's just how he was in life? Yeah, like he just thought he was a cat.
Yeah.
The husband's just like
a furry.
I was mad at my wife.
Way too young.
Oh Jesus. Like the husband was just like, I hate my wife. I'm gonna kill her. But you know what? That kid's got to go too. He's just fucking weird.
He's just annoying. He's just a little weird. Like this is like that's the whole thing.
Yeah. Look, if you find their search history on DeviantArt and it's very questionable, just let them figure it out for themselves.
Let them figure it out for themselves.
I think this is where we should
leave it here.
I think this is where we can
There's one or two more stories in this that involve Kayako and Toshi fucking hanging around.
This is one of the best haunted house movies I've ever seen that doesn't entirely take place in a haunted house.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This has some of the scariest ghosts I've ever seen in a movie.
That makes
honestly, like, and these ghosts don't have to be like these flashy, like angry, loud, psychopathic, just slamming doors and throwing things across the room kind of ghosts. They're just there, and that's enough.
Yeah,
that's more than enough for you to just stay awake all night.
Shall we move on?
Yes. Right. I want to hear the facts.
Facts section. This is the facts section. This is, again, real facts about the movie that I found out in research. Nick has never seen these before. He's going to take time to read them live for you. And again, these are real facts, just with some other stuff included.
Fact number 3. Takako Fuji, Takashi Matsuyama, and Yuya Ozeki would reprise their roles as the doomed family in the American remake The Grudge from 2004. However, Ozeki had to be recast for The Grudge 2 due to age. Most American audiences were unaware of this change because they're racist.
I bet. I mean, that just seems like what it is. They were just like, hey, that's the same kid. No, it's not. It's not. Good job.
That's good. Takako Fuji, you rock. Like you made one of the best movie monsters ever.
You are arguably in the echelon of like scariest portrayals of monsters.
Absolutely
in horror movies.
memorable.
You are easily up there with any of the major slashers.
And to Yuya Ozeki, you killed it.
Yeah,
you
creepy ass kid.
You creepy ass kid. You deserve your ranking up there.
What's wrong with you?
You deserve your ranking up there with Damien and Reagan and all of them.
What's that Jedediah from Children of the Corn? Oh, what's it?
Isaac.
Isaac, that's that. And then what's the kids? Gage. No. Gage in Pet Sematary, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes dead is better.
Well, Gage is kind of funny though.
He is a little funny. But I think we can recommend this movie. Like watching, I know it seems like we're recommending it. I mean, you can watch the American one if you want, but I think it's worth watching the original where it came from 100%.
Definitely.
There's something about this everyday feel and curse and haunt where it's not cinematic that feels so visceral and like it could very well happen.
Yeah.
There's no big spooky thing. There's no artifact. There's no like played with a Ouija board. There's no bigger than life thing. It's all just, this is just all the mistake. You just came in the wrong house and it's pissed and it's here and it just follows you through the most mundane things. Where you live, you use the bathroom, wherever you go, it's just there. And it's very scary.
The hopelessness is crushing. Totally recommend this. This is absolute wonderful spook fest of a movie.
What would you rate it?
This gets
out of 100.
Oh, this is good. This is really good. I'd give this a 77.
Yeah. I'm a little bit lower. I like it a lot. 70.
Very nice.
70. Like, I feel like that's fair. 70 plus 77 divided by 2 is a 73.5. So absolutely recommend seeing this. Go see the original Ju-on.
She's going to come after us because we didn't give it a higher score.
Oh, well, at least, I'm going to stay away from that house. At least it's demolished now that we can't technically go into it. Thank you for listening and watching to this episode of the 1.5 White Guys podcast, or more unsolicited white guy opinions on movies for long, especially our Halloween episodes. Be sure to follow us, rate us, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast from. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at 1.5 White Guys podcast, on TikTok at 1.5 White Guys, and now on our YouTube at 1.5 White Guys.
And be sure to tell a friend to listen to the podcast where we say we're going to talk about a movie and then we.
Well, this is not turned out well. Well, I'll see you guys. Peace.